All right. Slap that back on. All right, mic check, mic check. I think we're good. We got that up. Shut that off. Oh, pop up. There we go. I forgot how this thing works. Just hitting buttons all over this thing. But speaking of which, we do have our marble race open. So exclamation mark play for everybody on Twitch for the Friday Fly giveaway. Doing our follower one first and sub one after. So you can feel free. All right. What is going on? I hope everyone's doing well. Appreciate everybody tuning in. We're going to be tying some flies tonight. Hey, Doc, what's going on, man? How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Southern Fly Guy, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. As well. Very well. And oh well. And hey, Jin, what's going on, man? How you doing? What's good? What's good? Let me show you in the goodie box here. Oh, not that. Smackling and crackling the mic, but check out those surf candies right there. That's what I got. Was working on. Hey, Brew. Appreciate it, my friend. I got your flies packaged up in an envelope. You and Joe F. are going to go in the mailbox. And then I got to go to the post office for Doc. But, and then we have whoever's going to be winning tonight, so. But got back from North Carolina, taking some relief stuff. Okay, cool. Gotcha. But I hope everyone's doing well. So, we've had a bunch of peanut bunker and stuff. I haven't done as much fishing since the last stream here on Twitch. But also shout out to all the folks on YouTube. I hope everybody's doing well. We have a new fly tying video up. It's the Easy Body bait fish fly. So feel free to check that out. It's up on the LI Flies Mike YouTube. Watch that thing, drop a like, a little comment on there for the algorithm. But we are going to be just tying some more peanut bunker and like mullet type flies. I was enjoying tying some like bulkheads, so I figure we'll just do some stuff like that. I have so many albie flies that I've tied. Apparently some albies are out in 100 foot of water, but I don't have means to get to them. So I told Jeff maybe we'll go out and do some fishing, but apparently all the fishing has been out in like deep in the sound above Long Island, out in like deep water with like a million boats chasing them. So hopefully we'll get some late albie season stuff here. Keep dreaming. They need to come inshore is the issue, but bagging and tagging, 5 dozen pike flies, nice. Yeah, I got 5 dozen surf candies done. I started them last night, and then I finished them like an hour before the stream. Well, not finished. I still have to glue all of them, but I tied them all, so the gluing part shouldn't take too long. And, yeah, I got giant sand eels I'm working on for Dixon and some other, for another shop and whatnot. But we're going to be tying some peanut bunker and mullet flies, some more larger bait fish flies, because it's pretty much all that's been back in the creeks over here. Yeah, hop on in. We got the follower marble race first to win some flies, then we got the sub one after, so we'll be doing those later on. It's been like colder this past week at night and stuff. I was like, ooh man, it's gonna be nice, and it's gonna be a nice little chill. Like crack the window open and won't be too hot. It's actually pretty hot today. Yep. Yeah, we got the new Easy Body candy out on the new tutorial out. So I finally got around to doing the finishing part of the edit. Wasn't that complicated. It was just procrastination. So I got to film a couple new tutorials. I don't know what's up next, but 31 this morning. Yeah, I mean, it's been pretty cold. I'd say it's dropping to the 50s at night. Water's definitely been colder. That's for sure. So bulkheads. Let's see. What do we got here? I do need to Oh, I don't have a lot of white bucktail. I do have some. I think I'm gonna save most of this because I need to use it for some orders. So let's see what sort of funky colors we can tie some bulkheads with. Got some like yellowish color. I usually like mixing these yellows and like chartreuse type colors together. Let's go ahead and do that. And then maybe a little bit of orange in there too. Clownfly. God, it's heavy. Sheesh. Oh, dude, I've been binging, by the way, too. Great podcast with probably, one of my favorite, like, especially growing up. He was one of my favorite actors, Harlan Williams. Have you ever seen, like, Rocket Man or Half Baked? He killed Buttercup, the horse. But I saw he had a podcast, man. He's a hilarious comedian, too. So I've just been binging, and his sort of style of humor is so wacky. It's right at my ballpark, you know what I mean? That sort of weird humor. So it's great. So I've been just cranking out flies, listening to the Harlan Highway podcast. He does it in a Cajun accent, as you would normally do when you're introducing your podcast. But I recommend checking it out. Harlan Williams podcast on YouTube. I was sitting there watching them about an hour long. I cranked out all those flies. But yeah, fantastic. I love it. I was watching them shuck corn. It was, it was great. All right. So we got 4-rod eagle claws here. That was just a little shout out. I've been getting a lot of joy and happiness from watching that podcast these past couple days. So while working, so I highly recommend checking it out. So we're gonna do a bucktail deceiver, pretty much just all bucktail, I think, on this first one here. We could incorporate some feathers, and I'm thinking maybe we do, maybe some ostrich roll, but we're pretty much just going right to the hook point to start. Simple tie with some flash, some feathers, then we'll move forward doing bucktail deceiver collars, and then we're going to be doing the bulkhead ties where we have the tag ends tied on there. Oh, he's great, man. He's fantastic. That I still to this day, I mean, I'm playing in a D&D campaign right now, and I'm playing this crazy old man, and I just got a donkey, so I named it Buttercup. But I keep yelling butternuts, and I try to like mispronounce the name all the time. It's like a little bit I do. I just stole it from Half Baked, but yeah, he's fantastic, man. Especially Rocket Man. I used to love watching Rocket Man. I used to rent that all the time. But he's great, man. You should check out his podcast. He's something else. You'll see what I'm talking about. It's my sort of style of kind of wacky. Not that I do that, but I wish. So what am I doing here? I'm thinking we add some feathers is what we do. And by feathers, I'm thinking I do actually have some nice hackle for this, I think I completely forgot, but I believe there's a chartreuse saddle patch in here somewhere. I want to say I bought one recently. I like spoiled myself. The budget's pretty strict around here. It usually goes to the utmost of importance, like white bucktail and things like that we need around here for survival measures. But here we go. I do have a little chartreuse hackle. Well, look at that. Take a little yellow too, sure. Oh, you know what? This might be a good time to put in some grizzly as well. Now we're just kind of getting fancy for no reason, but sure, why not? God, this hackle box is something else, I tell you. By the way, check this out. This is an old RLS Kenny Abrams hackle right here. Look how long that is. It's an old school patch I bought a long time ago. Like, what are you gonna do with that? What are you tying, a dolphin imitation or something? just too large. Yeah. That was a rooster that was bred for like flatwing hackle, essentially. I had a white one, and I think I still have the white one. And the black one. They're like ridiculously long. Like it would probably make a great like flatwing hackle, essentially. Nowadays we have these more, I would say, like hybridized feathers that are more kind of like the perfect sort of thing you're looking for when you're tying like a regular size flatwing. But I remember getting that, and it was like they were expensive, but it was like an RLS, which was like I believe like Kenny Abrams hackle or something. And I was like, I can't even. I'm throwing away 3/4 of the feather just to tie a bunker fly, 12 inches. It's like a 3 foot long feather or something. It's crazy. But hey, you know, you can do something with it. I think we are going to do a flatwing. Speaking of flatwings, my throat's been like a little bit sore or something. I don't think I'm getting sick, but so my throat, I might be clearing my throat here once in a while. It's just a little something. All right, I'm gonna go ahead, slap a little bit of chartreuse on here. I like bending the hackle patch. Now that's something that sounds like something that you'd hear on the Harlan Williams podcast. I like bending the hackle patch. He's like, did you get? You could make that into a joke or something. Or just be a dumb thing. He's like, whoa, did you get arrested for it, or bending the hackle patch? It's kind of like a dance move or something. Let's get a little grizzly here. Oh, don't want that one. I'll grab one of these big ones here. Now this is a little too thick. It'd be nice if it was a little like more tapered down for a flatwing hackle, but beggars can't be choosers, so slap that sucker on top, flatwing style. By the way, !play for all the Twitchers if you want to hop in the FFG Friday Fly giveaway. Get on down. We'll leave that open for a bit. Okay. Slap a little Flashaboo on here. Let's go with some regular Flashaboo, this pearl Flashaboo here. This is why I love this Regal. You could use this as like an armrest. This is like it's got that nice flat base. So sturdy, you know what I mean? You could like put this in the middle of your Ford pickup truck. If you're like, you don't have that little fold down thing or something. It's like a little armrest. That's actually perfect. I don't want that flash to be too long, so I usually like to have it right about the length of the feathers or a little bit past it. So that's why you usually see me trim it. That was a little trick I learned from the owner of saltwaterflies.com. He said if you have that flash too far out, then on most flies, then it has more tendency to foul. So I guess the exception would be the flash tail whistler, but that one you want some flash sticking out. Pretty much your whole tail is made out of flash in that fly, but. Yo, Cracker Roll, what's up? All right. Let's go ahead and do our body of the fly here. We're just going to do our regular bucktail collars, bucktail deceiver collars. Yeah, I'm trying to think of what I want to keep it pretty much fall run like baitfish albie themed, but I am like, ooh, we should do some like peanut bunker mullet stuff, but I need to record some more fly tying videos, so I'm open to some suggestions. I have a whole list of stuff, but then I'm like, what can I think of? You know what I mean? I like sometimes getting like spontaneity to it. Oh, you saw an Indian porcupine today. Then to clarify, a porcupine in India. I forgot they have porcupines in other parts of the world, not just like in North America, the North American porcupine or something. That's interesting. Keep an eye out for those tigers. It's pretty crazy. Like people walking through like the forests doing like religious almost like pilgrimages and stuff, you know what I mean? I remember Survivor Man went and he was explaining this like path that you take through the woods, um, through this like national forest or whatever, and the tigers that live there. How people like get eaten every year by tigers. It's pretty crazy. Like you want to talk about an animal, a wild animal. A tiger's up there, huh? Imagine tiger jumping out of the bush, big Bengal tiger. It's the kind that have lawn tails and lawn quills. Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah. When the Regal Li Flies edition, Vice. Psh, I don't know about counting on that one happening, but you never know. You could dream. I'll dream. I'll probably wish for a new car, but if you want to dream for that, tackle you off the golf cart. Oh, you're riding around India on a golf cart. Hell yeah. It's the best way to see it, I heard. Yeah, I think that he was like walking with a mask on the back of his head because that way tigers think you're like walking backwards. It's the same, big cats in general. I know it's like cougars too. People would be like riding bikes, uh, or like jogging or something, or it's usually like younger kids or something running with like a backpack on, and like a cougar comes and attacks from behind and like latches onto the backpack or some crazy stories. If I find one, I'll keep it and try it out. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, get the mask. Put the mask on the back of the golf cart. Drive through the forest. Yeah, tigers are just big. If you ever got to see a tiger in the zoo or something in person, or just anywhere at like a wildlife refuge or something, just massive cats. It's pretty crazy. It'd be terrifying to meet your demise from a tiger. Probably a bear too, right? You know what I mean? That'd probably be equally bad, but I wonder what's worse, dying to a tiger or a bear. Put your I just laid out the discussion recipe. Now it's on you guys to put your input in. I'm going with like if we're talking grizzly bear, polar bear or something, or even black bear. I mean, that's pretty bad, right? I would say I don't know. I feel like the tiger might like kill you slow. You know what I mean? You can hear my throat is already gone out. I feel like the bear might kill you quicker. The tiger might just like play with you for a bit. This is what I think about when I'm fly tying, by the way. If I ever just don't talk while we're just tying here, I'm usually think about stuff like this. I'd say a bear, a tiger. Oh yeah, the tiger would. You're right. Maybe the tiger would go for the esophagus, plural if you have two, and it would just take you out. The bear though just might be just going for the legs. You know what I mean? Yeah, I feel like you can maybe escape a bear easier than a tiger, but maybe it depends what sort of bear and how you like if it had cubs, probably not, but people escape bear attacks. You can watch videos of like people like fighting off like a black bear, with like a GoPro camera or something. But I don't know. I mean, I guess you could I don't know. Yeah. There you go. That's just one of the many, wonders of nature, you know? tiger versus bear in terms of what's more violent to get eaten by, but yeah, you're right. Maybe the tiger would take you out quicker. Because that is a common thing they do. You'll see them, they like grab something by the throat or something and, pretty much asphyxiate it before dragging it away or whatever. Like how leopards drag things into trees. And I love big cats. Something about them. It's pretty cool. Hopefully they stick around for a while. It's one of my favorite animals, are big cats. When it comes to large land mammals, there's not many large land mammals left nowadays. I've been listening. I got a little Black Sabbath in the background for myself here. All right, so we got a couple collars here. I'm going to start switching up the colors. Yeah, so keep a mask on you. Watch out for those tigers. God, that'd be something cool, though, to see a tiger while you're riding a golf cart in India. Never say never. All right. There's barely any difference of a color, but this is chartreuse, and that was yellow, I guess. I don't know if this is chartreuse. This is chartreuse. This kind of looks more like a fluorescent yellow, I want to say, was what the color was when I bought it, in the bag. If you compare this to the chartreuse bucktail, I mean, there's, you can see it definitely has a little bit more of like a green. There's more like a lime, But even in person, it's kind of hard to say. I'd almost say it pops up a little easier on camera, believe it or not. Maybe I'm just getting old. But they're very similar colors, so I'm sure the fish is going to appreciate it, though, the fluorescent yellow to chartreuse. Oh, I should be doing a bulkhead here. My bad. Hold on. I'm getting above my like I think last week I was fishing. I was like, yeah, let me throw on a bulkhead. After like fishing it for like half an hour, I'm like, wait a minute, this is just a bucktail deceiver. Like, almost did that tying it. No, we gotta do a what do you call it? Bulkhead tie. Jeez, I can barely talk. So what we're gonna do is have some of that tag end there. Put a little on the bottom. And then we fold that back hollow style, and now we're starting to cook. You know what I mean? We got a little bit of grease on the grill. So we'll just go ahead and wrap in front of this now. Pretty much like so. And we'll go ahead and do our final collar here with the same setup. This time I'll probably blend a little bit of this chartreuse with some of this orange, I think. Even though I don't have very long, not really any long bucktail on here, that's really very nice quality. But I guess that's one of the beautiful things about bulkheads is you don't need very nice quality bucktail. In fact, you kind of want stiff bucktail so you kind of get that pseudo deer hair or deer belly type effect, to your fly. So I'm just gonna blend this now by hand. I'm not gonna lie though, I'm starting to every once in a while I just have flashes of Bengal tigers and bears, you know what I mean? It was an interesting topic. Maybe we'll revisit it later, but yeah. I think you're starting to sway my mind. I think the bear attack might be worse. I was thinking tiger, but Okay, I'm actually gonna make that a little bit shorter. I'm gonna trim it anyway. Ooh. First one of the night! Exclamation mark tink. Happens to the best of us if you're not living your life on the edge with your fly tying thread. Or even tying. Famous bobbin suck. Just fix this real quick. I'm curious what the breaking tension is. I feel like, I mean, this you can really wrench down on this thread. It's flat wax nylon. That's one of the reasons I love it, because I do apply quite a lot of pressure when I'm tying saltwater flies, obviously. Even, you know, we use adhesives and stuff. Like I'm going to be putting head cement, maybe a little super glue at the end. Could be doing it the whole way through, but if you just especially apply a lot of pressure with this flat wax nylon, it kind of cinches down into itself, so the flies are very durable in that sense. I'm curious what the tensile breaking strength of this thread is, though, because it's up there. It's a strong thread for sure. I'll have to try it out one day. We'll put some of those Ahrex Bob Clouser hooks on the vise and see if the thread from the Danville flat wax nylon is stronger than the Ahrex Clouser hooks. Now that's a discussion we should have. Which one do you think is? I keep this around as a keepsake now. I'm gonna put this on my wall. You want to talk about blue balls getting to the finish line, not being able to get your trim on? I'm gonna hang that right here on my little sound deadening up top, just as a reminder, a tribute. Yeah, and I wonder, maybe, I don't know, the Danville might have it beat, to be honest with you. Danville might have it beat. Let me just move this around right here. Sorry for the awkward silence after the Ahrex hook bashing. They probably fucking, anyone from that company sees me, they probably hate me, but you know. Dude, you saw it if you watched the last time stream. That was it was sad. It was brutal. I bet you this 25-cent Eagle Claw won't bend on me. And then I remember I just started bending hooks for fun. I was getting, I think I kind of lost it a little. I apologize, actually. I want to make a statement. I almost bent that like $2 partridge hook out of just pure spite. Dude. Something came over me. It was the Ahrex fever. I just wanted to go and start breaking every hook that I had in my house. It's kind of good. It makes you feel strong. Maybe that's what they're doing. They're trying to give us like a little ego boost, you know, especially when you're getting older nowadays. Like, I can't even open the lid on my Yeti coffee mug sometimes. Like, it's like hermetically sealed. I don't know what sort of suction technology they have, what sort of O-ring they have, but God, it's... That's the Danville 210. Was about 2 pounds. Wow, yeah, I would say we should just start hanging things from it, huh? Think about that. I'm a bladesmith, and I bet what occasionally happens is they mess up the tempering. Yeah, I'm sure it's something like that. Or, you know, I don't know. We would have to get more packs of hooks, and they're expensive, so I'm not doing that. But it could very well be that. Hey, I mean, I get all the time with Mustad. Every once in a while, out of like a pack of 50 or 100, you get one hook that was like improperly bent or something like that. Yeah, but those are just bending like crazy, man. Those Ahrexes. All right, let's trim this thing up real quick. This is actually kind of nice. I can just do one of these numbers here. Actually, I guess I didn't have to turn the camera at all. This is what I had to turn. You could see my been tying surf candies, nothing but packs of eyes and cut supreme hair and flashaboo, but barely even need to trim this, to be honest with you. Sometimes when you don't even like, you tie the kind of appropriate, I'll say, amount of bucktail on the ends and stuff. Not too much. I'll just give it a little light trim though, just to clean it up. I'll give it one last fine. I'll let it go here and kind of just look. Oh, I like this angle for the trimming. There we go, a little bulkhead action. Not the prettiest. I'm not a bulkhead master, but it does the job. It works. You can see essentially the profile that we're getting here. I like that orange with the chartreuse mixed in there too. I like that. Simple. All right. Let us tie another one. We are learning about the bulkheads. Trying to get better with them. Dude, my throat is like not having it today, so I do not know what's going on, but yes, I haven't heard an update, but I saw, and somebody posted in the Discord, but I saw it when it happened. Bob Popovich got apparently hit by a car, or he was in a car accident. I think what happened, he was like hit by a car when he was out of a car, like walking or something. And he was like apparently in like possibly critical condition or something. I don't know what's happened since. I haven't seen anything, or I haven't like necessarily looked it up, but I've been, I'm pretty tied into the fly fishing world on Instagram, at least just from over the years or something. But oh, and she was drunk too. Oh God, that's a aggravated felony. Is it when you? I know if you have kids in the car and you're drunk and something like, or just, and you even get pulled over, it's an aggravated felony. I think if you hit somebody while you're drunk and driving, it's an aggravated felony. I'm not certain, but yeah, hopefully he's okay. I'm assuming it hasn't gotten like worse or something, but because I'm sure somebody would say something, but yeah, I don't know. Hopefully he's all right and his family's doing good and everything. So, but yeah, don't drink and drive. Yeah, that lady's she's gonna be going through the system. I'll tell you that much. But yeah, so put some good vibes out there for Bob Popovich. I mean, literally, psh, I don't even know. You'd say probably one of the largest influences in modern day fly tying. You know what I mean? More so than, I mean, I don't even know, just probably than anybody. So the fly tying goat, the legend. So hopefully, he'll be okay and everything will be all right. So we'll put some good vibes out there. Imagine. I mean, that's a scary shit. It's pardon my French, by the way, but it's one of the reasons why I don't like ride a bike and like, I used to skateboard and longboard a lot, but now I don't, especially at night. I was like, oh, I could ride my longboard to my buddy's house, go have some beers or something, because I'm not driving and drinking and stuff. So, but then I'm like, I'll get a ride or something, because the problem is not only is people driving drunk all the time, so you got that, but there's just people staring at their phones and they're literally not paying attention at all. You know how many people you see, like, you see it all the time, people just staring at their phones. So I'm like, dude, I'm not getting hit by a car.
OHH who baguette.
Baguette, that's right. I was speaking French. I do it a lot. But yeah, so that's one of the like I used to ride bikes and I used to just like walk at night or go running and stuff, you know. But now if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna like I'll go somewhere. I'll go like skateboard somewhere or like whatever. But it's something that freaking like my buddy rides his electric longboard at night. And I'm like, dude, don't get hit by a car. Because it's like Friday night, people are coming back. This is like the one road. They come from the beach and stuff. I'm like, keep your head on a swivel, dude, because people aren't paying attention nowadays. So, yeah, it's something that always freaks me out. Like, am I going to get hit by a car? Even driving, you know what I mean? You'll be like, whoa. Because people aren't looking, so it always freaks me out. Like now, if I'm riding my longboard somewhere, it's like 2 houses around the block or something, like 2 blocks away or something. Like, I used to ride all around, like on highway and stuff. You'd fall and like slide under the bumper of a Corvette. What are we tying? We're doing some bulkhead kind of peanut bunker-esque flies. So we're just messing around with some bucktail, saddle hackle. I've been enjoying the bulkheads though, just trying to get the feel, get the hang of tying the heads on them. You know what I mean, with those tag ends. And I mean they've been coming out great. Functional fishing fantastically too. That white one that we tied, that was all like raggedy. It just looks. I mean, out of the water, it looked like kind of, like a wild bushman, but it was just swimming great. It looks so good. So I'm enjoying tying these. Man, my throat is like, I don't know why, but struggling. Let me, you know what? Let's try some of this Chinese saddle hackle. Shout out saltwaterflies.com. This is what, the like ounce package? Yeah, it's like $24, but this is an ounce of Chinese saddle hackle, and it's always very good. This is one of the reasons why I buy it from Chris. I don't know why. It's just, you don't get like a million feathers that you can't use. So this sucker's wound up, by the way. I'm not going to unwind it. It's a lot of saddle hackle, but let's go ahead and grab some skinny boys up here. Can throw on there. You get a couple twisted ones, but that's all right. It's bound to happen. Probably came over on a shipping container, so God knows what sort of like journey these feathers have been on to get here. Yeah, it's a lot of hackle. Got a bunch of bunker beasts I'm tying for someone right now. Ooh, nice. Well, that's fun. I do enjoy it. I wouldn't want to tie like a ton of beast flies all the time. That's not my dealio. But I do enjoy tying them. It is a lot of fun tying beast flies, I must admit. So, Chinese saddle hackle here. Gonna do a slight tenting of the hackle. Pseudo flat wing tented hackle, if you will. I'm not even worrying about the feather being kind of twisted here. I'm just gonna throw that on there. I mean, that's not a bad feather right there. You know what I mean? It's not a bad feather for what we're using. 50 a fly. It's miserable, yeah. 50 a fly is great, dude. Damn, I was charging, I think like 25 or 30 or something. And I was like, damn, I should even be charging more, but it's just like, I was like, I don't even want it. I'm like, I'm not doing them anymore, so it doesn't matter. I'll do it for myself. Some people love it, but I'd rather tie 100 surf candies than, that or something. But I mean, it's good money. But you're gonna need to like be best friends with Brad Buzzy or somebody, and have like a non-stop supply of good bucktail. Go through like half a bucktail tying one of those suckers. Speaking of which, not beast flies, but if you're a beast at marble race and hop on in there, ! Play. We got our follower marble race probably coming up here. Once this fly is done, we're doing it. Then hopping into the next marble race for the subs on the old Twitch the Twitch primers and the tier 1ers and 2s. It's hard to get good bucktails, or at least good length. Yes, it is. That's why you kind of have to go to people like, or go to Buzzfly or places like that. If you're like, I need 100% this bucktail that's decent enough quality, you'll be able to get it. Otherwise, you got to go to like your local shop and like take every bucktail off the wall. That's what I do. But like a lot of times I go there and I'm like, oh, there's like no nice white ones, or you know, rarely any nice black bucktails, or you'll find like purples and pinks and stuff that are nice and long. And you're like, okay, cool, but nice to have that natural color, or that bleached white. So, hey Jim, what's going on, man? How you doing? Damn, you got a crazy looking Twitch badge. What the hell is that? Raging Wolf helmet. All right, that's wild. I can't even. I'm trying to see it. Can I click your name and will I see it better? I can like barely make it out. It looks cool though. One of those Twitch things. Doing well? Okay. Oh, well, good. I'm glad to hear that. Everything's going good. I've been just slamming out flies. I got to go drop off stuff and go to some fly shops and this and that. But just trying to make some money. It's that time of year. Doing a little skateboarding too. This time I went and got some serious pads as well, but been trying to lose a little weight, get back in shape as well. Yo, Choke and Stroke, thank you for the gifted sub to Jim, dude. Appreciate that. Jim is definitely is probably one of the better people to gift a sub to. He's a long time member here in the LI Flies mic. Fishing Lounge, is that what we called it? I don't even remember what we called it. I took the sign down. All right. Let's go ahead but thank you again, Choke. Give it up. Round of applause. Back after dinner, all right. We're going to go ahead and just... See, this ain't long enough, so let's add some color. This is a good time to add some color. Then we'll go back into this yellow. Yeah, hop on in there. We got the follower race, then we got the sub one. I haven't gone fishing since the last stream. Forget when that was, like last week or something. But I was itching to go down. I was like, oh, maybe I'll go like after the stream or I'll go before, but I think it was dead low at 5:40 or something, but yeah. Have you heard anything about Bob, Jin? Any updates or something? If I see anything, I'll let you folks know in Discord, but seen him once or twice. What's that? What were we talking about? I don't even remember now. Seen who once or twice? Oh, Jim. Yeah, he's around. You've seen him once in a while. Famous for what was that dumbass song I used to play? Go for a ride or something? Now that is like, I really thank God. I don't think there's any records of any of that musical things. There might be a couple highlights. We probably need to delete those. You want to download them if you want, but God, I'm happy the records of that is long gone. Hopefully there's not like an AI somewhere that's watching all of my old guitar streams and is just stockpiling it to like blackmail me in the future, Hey, Brew, thanks a lot, man. Appreciate it. I hope you have an awesome night. I'm going to be sending out to you a couple flies here soon, all right? I'm going to throw it in the mailbox tomorrow, so. There's a thread on Stripers Online. Okay, so if anyone wants to check out, now this is a relic. If you've been fly fishing for a while, Stripers Online, awesome website, but go check it out. You could probably find some news there. Still in the ICU, but improving about 3 days ago. Okay, good. We're glad to hear that. Put some good vibrations out there for the Candyman, Bob Popovics. I've had the privilege of meeting him and talking to him a couple times. He's always been a great guy. Always been fantastic. Didn't know who the hell I was. Rightfully so. But, you know, definitely encouraged me just from his first book, Pop Flies, to, kind of dive deep into this world. So, probably wouldn't be doing what I'm doing now if it wasn't for Bob Popovics. That's for certain. He's just such a massive inspiration on fly tying, I feel like. Anyways, put some good vibes out there. Glad it sounds like he's doing better, so that's good. We'll try and keep an update on it. Go ahead and throw a little dirty white bucktail on here. That's what I'm gonna start calling it, dirty white bucktail, because it's kind of like that. It's got the back hairs on it. It's not that nice clean, you know. So I'm gonna start calling it dirty white bucktail. It's kind of crass, you know, but I like it. Man, my voice is really shot. I don't know what it is, but my voice is like I'm gonna need to like drink some tea or something. I need like a lozenge. I don't think I'm getting sick or anything. Just need to like, it's like semi sore, you know, kind of dried up. Excuse me. All right, now that we got the main collars on, I didn't forget this time. I remembered. Now we're going to be doing bulkhead ties. So, and I don't know what this is. You know, you'll see me a lot of times. I just take random colors and start tying them on there when I'm tying these sorts of flies. You know what I mean? Weather, yeah, it could be. Who knows? Who knows? It definitely feels though like I have like a like a cough coming or something. You know what I mean? Like I woke up with it this morning. I'll take some vitamin C and stuff, but it just makes it tough to talk. Jeez. All right. What colors? What are we doing here? Chartreuse. Some pink. Yeah. Ooh. I breathe. Yeah, so now we could start doing some bulkhead ties. I think I'll just like take some pink and then I'll mix in a little bit of that dirty white bucktail. Get a little color swap here, a little color mash, mix up. Yeah, see, this is like, even if you get some of that, you know, that brown hair in there or whatever, it's not even like it's the back hair of the bucktail. So it's not the same sort of hair. It's like it bleeds through when you're right on that edge of just being out of the regular bucktail. And that's fine, use it. Sometimes I'll keep them. I try not to keep bucktails like this though. Like this, obviously, there's still enough white hair on the top. You know, I'm gonna use this whole thing. I use them from start to finish. Like if I'm like, you got enough hair to probably tie like 3 or 4 commercial flies here and still have nice clean white bucktail. After that, you know, I'll try and clean it up. Use the rest for my sort of flies. I already have enough flies. I never really tie myself any, right? Which is just between streaming and everything. But I try to use as much as I can, right? I don't like wasting it. But I used to keep these, and you can use the back hair for stuff and this and that. And then I was like, I had like 40 bucktails that are just ready to be thrown out. I'm like, I got to start, like, I can't be keeping this scrap. So now I chuck them, but if I have one around, you know, or something, I'm like, I'm just going to use it. I'm just going to grab it and use it. because I just buy so many bucktails. I'm always using them. It's like the main ingredient, you know, in the kitchen. Get that hair tapered out a little bit. I'm just going to do one tie here and just let it kind of spread around, essentially. Almost like if we're spinning deer hair. There you go. See, it pretty much did all the work for us right there. Nice little blend of colors. Keep them for trout streamers, yeah. Like, if I actually tied that sort of stuff and, like, fished, like, you know, then I would totally keep it. But also, you got to realize that, you know, now, Doc, I'm sure you go through them a lot, but when I'm tying, like, you know, this many flies, you just end up with so many, like, it's too much. Can't be having 30 used bucktails around. People start looking at you funny. Like, but yeah, you can use them for just a host of things. All right. I think a little blue here. I feel like some blue is calling my name right now. That or some gray. Maybe I was hearing gray. Gray was actually, and that's what I was picking up. Maybe some blue gray. How about that? A little bit of light blue gray. Yeah. Yeah, you got, especially with how much these things cost, man. You can't be throwing them away with good hair on them. These bucktails are like $10, $11, $12 nowadays. It's crazy. And I'm not even talking about primo ones. I'm talking about regular bucktails. They're like $10 nowadays minimum. I remember when they were like $4 or $5. It's crazy. I'm gonna have to start charging like $10 a surf candy or something. It's unbelievable. I'm sure everything will be fine though, right? Go ahead and spin this sucker on. And again, I'm doing more ties here, so I'm not trying to tie as much material because I don't want it to be too bulky. You know what I mean? If you haven't, by the way, !play on Twitch. Hop in the marble race. Get on in there. We got the follower race. Then we got the subscriber
You're just
after.
a dirty white bucktail. Dear musical note, musical note.
You're just a dirty white bucktail. That sounds like a country song. I like it. Just my dirty white bucktail. Okay. Well, thank you for that, Jen. Give it up. Round of applause. That's new, probably the new hit single on the country radio. You're my dirty white bucktail. Employment at a fly shop? No. See, the problem is they know me now. That's the problem. You know what I mean? They're like, well, did we hire Mike? Are you crazy? They know me too well. I need to move to another state. Everybody knows me too well. Maybe if I got like witness protection programmed, I could probably do it. But locally, blacklisted. Yep. Nope. They're like, sorry, bud. All they would have me do, too, they would just put me in a basement, have me tie clousers all day for $4 an hour, you know? They would know what's up. We getting $4 an hour or $4 a clouser? Put that on a bumper sticker. You know what I mean? It's like a union. Like a union phrase for fly tires. Not $4 an hour, $4 a clouser. Or something like that, like on a picket, you know? Out in Washington, D.C. I don't know why he would be there, but he just that's where the van showed up. God, somebody write that down. We should remember that one. I'm definitely gonna forget it the second I go downstairs, but just remember it. Put it on the back burner. Whip it out one day while I'm streaming, and we'll throw it on a T-shirt or something. I feel like. Yeah. Plus, Jeff works for a local tackle shop, fly shop, and he knows. I couldn't get a job there because he knows that I would just even though he's been there for years and this and that, he knows that I'm just so much more just good looking than him that what would happen is he would just end up getting fired. So, because, just the people would smile more when they came up to me and they go, scooter-roop, and Jeff doesn't have any catchphrases like I do. And that's a huge disadvantage in the world of retail, when your customers don't know your catchphrases. So, minimum wage in New York was $88 an hour. No, that's like if you what do you call it? That's like the year. Yeah, that's the year. And that's what it costs to park for an hour, by the way, in Queens as well. Upstate it's 86. Nice. Hell yeah. I don't know. I haven't worked a regular job and I couldn't tell you how long. I don't know what they're giving nowadays, what they're paying you down at McDonald's, but whatever it is, they could be paying you $100 an hour. It doesn't matter. This is New York, baby. I gotta move upstate though, man. Sheesh. Yeah. Like $15 an hour is gonna do anything in New York. You gotta be making probably like 200 grand a year. And this isn't in the city. In the city, you got to be making it. Yeah, probably just to live, probably like 150 grand or something. Way more. They're making way more if you're living there. But in like New York itself, like Long Island, you probably got to be making like 150, 200 grand a year just to like potentially afford a house. You know what I mean? Yeah. I don't know. I don't know, man. I couldn't even imagine. You know what I mean? People aren't allowed to smile. It's a law, right? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I saw the signs last time I was there. You in the jungle, baby. Look, sure about what to get down with you die. Dun, 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 dun. I don't want to get copy striked, but yeah, classic. It's the Bee Gees. I can't help it. I'm just in like a little bit more of like a jokester after watching Harlan William podcast for like the past 3 days. Like I'm like looking for little areas I could throw in little quick quips or something. It's contagious. It definitely is. There we go. That looks good. Harlan Highway Podcast. Move upstate and buy Melinda's at a cool 5 mil. Damn, is that what it's going for? Yeah, good luck with that. I don't think a fly shop is a sustainable business unless you're like in an area that absolutely thrives on it. You're like out here, there's no fly shop. There are outdoor shops or tackle shops that have offshore fishing, inshore fishing, bait fishing, potentially hunting stuff. You know what I mean? And fly fishing. Most places don't have fly fishing or whatever. But to have a like fly fishing only store, I feel like it's so rare nowadays. Even though it's popular, it's just like even that now it's popular, it's not even like it's still a niche in the fishing world. You know what I mean? You're kind of like screwing yourself over by just having fly fishing stuff. You know what I mean? But that's what you want. I mean, I would love fly shops where you go in and it's just instead of like your tiny little section of maybe if you're lucky an aisle or two of material, but like instead the whole wall's covered in hackle and whatnot. But yeah, it's tough. I think it's a tough business. The other thing, it's the same thing too. I see with like I think just like card shops. If a card shop doesn't have like a good local like following and people enjoy going there, I think it's the same thing with a fly shop. You know what I mean? You have to have like locals and customers that like it's like a part of the local tradition and culture, and you need to make it that way. Like some tackle shops or that happens in local areas or towns where like the tackle shop is like the main hub for the fishing place, and you see people come out and they hang out and drink coffee and stuff. No, that's what it was, 100%. Yep, yep. I know, but we went there a bunch of times. It was great. We hung out and talked to them, and I explained who I was, and I was working the show up there, and they were like, "Oh, cool," and like the guy, Mr. Spaycast or whatever his name is, I forget. There's a guy up there. Him and my buddy, it's okay, hit it off like hotcakes. They were like two schoolgirls talking about two-handed rods the whole time. Yeah, I think you're right, Jen. I don't think it's a good idea. I hate to say it because I love the idea of just fly shops. You know what I mean? But I think financially, like I think it would just be like you're screwed unless you somehow like find a way to mix it up and like, you're like live streaming your fly tying nights and you got a YouTube video. I mean, you got a YouTube channel for it, and you're pumping out videos and this and that like I think just having a fly fishing storefront, and that's just in anything. Like, I used to have hunting stores around; those all went out of fucking business, and people are still hunting, but it's just not as big as it was in like the '80s or something. Music stores are going out of business left and right. It sucks. Like all these cool like niche stores, and the music shop. Like, think of a music store. That's not even that's not even wild, but like Sam Ash closed down all these different places. Yeah, it's probably gonna be tough. I'm sure somebody with money is probably just because of the Tailwater Lodge there, and this and that. Somebody will probably scoop that up eventually. Some sort of developer, like some sort of somebody with money that's in the fly fishing world. But I don't know. Who knows? Okay, let's go ahead and do this marble race. My throat is already given out. My voice is shot. I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna have to drink some chamomile. Yeah, if you're in the right area, like you're probably right by the Salmon River potentially. Um, yeah, I don't know. Anyways, it's a tough thing. You got to give it out, man. Those sorts of shops. They're tough. It's a tough business. Like I was saying, card shops. Like I go play Magic or like Yu-Gi-Oh or whatever. Um, my buddy's going to play a Warhammer tournament on Sunday. Just in like the product they have to have, and like it's just it's you can just get cards singles online from TCG Player, and it's just like at that point card shops now are like places where people go to hang out and play and like get drink hang out and have snacks and like talk to their friends and play games or whatever, unless like uh you know where you go to buy your cards, if you will, maybe get boxes or something. But yeah. It's interesting. Great online sales. Yeah, there you go. The handful of fly shops that are successful and those that have had online sales. Yeah. Well, saltwaterflies.com. Been around there for mid 90s or something. So shout out as well if you're looking for your fly time material. Check out saltwaterflies.com. Used to have that got backing bumper sticker on the back of my dad's station wagon, wood paneling on the side. We're talking like mid 90s Buick or something. I don't even remember what it was. I'm surprised I don't remember those. Like when I look at a 90s station wagon with like late 80s 90s with wood paneling, I'm like, oh, that's a Buick or that's a Ford. I could tell you what year the Trans Ams and the Camaros and the Mustangs are, but yeah, it's interesting. No, he doesn't have an actual shop. Yeah, that's probably one of the better ways to do it. But I imagine having an actual storefront, it can be tough. You know what I mean? Probably insurance and all this and that. And like, ugh. All right, so if you have an exclamation mark play, hop on in there. My voice is already given out. We're going to be doing our follower race after this, immediately swapping up a new one. Exclamation mark playing again. And we got our subscriber race after this. So I'm going to give you a couple seconds here. The fly shop I work for has been around for 37 years, yeah. Oh, yeah, no, a lot of shops have been around for a while. You know what I mean? But I think just in general, just like small businesses are just closing left and right just because just fucking, again, pardon my French. I'm really speaking French tonight. But it's just the way that this world is evolving with like online shopping and stuff. It's like I used to have skate shops. There's no skate shops around. There's like you get some surfboard shops and stuff, but there's like I don't know. You just think of these like, you know, a store that necessarily maybe only has like one or two like facets or main things, and it's tough, you know. I couldn't even imagine. I couldn't imagine trying to like run a tackle shop right now. It would probably be, you know, probably be hard, but I'm sure you can do it and you could probably do a good job. But like I said, I think you definitely got to also build that like loyalty around your community or build like a community essentially around the shop. Yeah. Yeah, I mean if you want local places to go, local card shops, local music stores, local fishing stores, you know, yada yada yada, you got to support them, you know, that's for sure. That's why I go play Magic in person if I, you know, so we have somewhere to, or I would buy my guitars from, you know, Sam Ash or whatever up the, and even though Sam Ash was kind of like a chain store, it was like founded in New York and stuff. My dad used to shop there in the 70s and all this and that. So we don't have many like mom and pop music stores that you could buy like a fucking Gibson Les Paul from, but Zoomies, I went to Zoomies the other day and I got a 8.5 blank because I'm getting back into skateboarding. And I got really nice knee pads and elbow pads too, because as you know, I am a frail old man. I was doing pretty good. I was getting my shove-its down. I was riding some of the vert stuff, very small, but doing some, you know, frontside 180s on the pyramid or something, going up and trying. I'm a P word though. I'm too scared to like, I'm like trying to grind and shit, and I've always I'm like, oh, I don't want to fall, you know. So I'm like, I'm gonna get some good pads, and I'm just gonna try and do some stuff that I never did, while being very careful, not hurting myself. So, but it's been good. I've been stretching, and then like going. I went to the skate park a couple towns away. It's not that bad. It's not the best, but it was decent, and skated for like an hour and a half. I think I lost like probably like I'm not even joking. I probably lost like 3-4 pounds that day. It was good. Felt good. So I'm getting back into it. But yeah, I went to Zoomies and I mean that place is barely hanging. I mean, it was middle of the day and whatnot, but so it's like a place where kids go to shop, you know. I used to shop there when I was like in high school or something. I was like a skateboarding kid. But it was just funny going in there, man. It's like I don't know. I don't know how like I see skating's pretty big, but I don't know how like popular, you know, like a shop like that is too nowadays. Yeah, it was interesting. They didn't have a lot of skating stuff either. I remember when I was a kid, like when I was younger, a place like Zoomies would have what do you call it, a ton. But you were too old for this stuff. What are you talking about? When I tried getting back into skateboarding last year and I almost like broke my wrist or something 2 years ago or something. Is that what you're talking about? And I was like, I ain't doing this anymore. Yeah. You wear wrist guards, you know. I'd rather drive the extra 40 minutes to a better one. Yeah. A signature or destination venue close by would be the key to success. Yeah. There you go. I'd say like, you know, having a fly shop right by a signature like a classic fly fishing river is definitely something like that. maybe close to like a highway or vice versa, or an area where people stay. I never visited Trident. I did offer my services to manage it several years ago. Interesting. All right, let's start this thing up, shall we? Good luck. We're gonna go musicless here, and let's see how long my voice lasts tonight, because it is not lasting long. Good luck. First marble landing in the pit, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be winning some flies here. Follower marble race. You're looking at all subs, but you could be a sub and a follower. Doc taken, I don't know how he did it, but he just bypassed everything. I love it. Right off the bat, he's going for it. We got, are those pegs or are these just roadblocks? No, we got a bunch of tires in the road. Somebody stacked up some old Goodyears. 275 by 90 or 18 by 90s. Man, I don't even remember tire sizes. What would a tire size be? A 215, 60, R15 or something? Is that what's the rating on tires? I forgot. Southern Fly Guy looking good though. In the lead, made it through the Goodyears, the Firestones. I see. This is going to be one of those races. This is going to be one of those races where somebody makes it through the tires and then the next tire pile. But no, Southern Fly Guys say, no, not today. Not me, buddy. I'm getting through it. Staying in the lead, too. Yeah, this is what we like to call the tire pile. Tire pile. Somebody's like, I got the perfect idea for a track. Let's just make a bunch of tires. I tell you what, though, it is riveting because somehow Southern Fly Guy has been staying in the lead. But Jin is showing up. He's saying, I was going to manage that place. Why don't you manage this marble? Oh, but Doc coming in with the pro moves, scooching around the side here. Southern Fly Guy wants it, though. He's like, God damn it. He's like, I tier 1 subbed, what was it, months ago now. He's like, I want these flies. Even though this is guys, remember, this is a follower race, all right? Take it easy, okay? It's a follower race, okay? You don't even need to be subbed. And again, the tires here. Southern Fly Guy is, but Choke and Stroke, is he going to steal it? Oh, we got even more tires. You thought we were done with the tires. Nope. Oh, I could tell Southern Fly Guy you want this. He's been just chomping at the bit here, making his way to the front of the pack. Can he do it? Oh, but Brew. Oh, Jim said not today. I'm sorry, Southern Fly Guy, getting hung up in the tires. I said his name so many times. You thought it was going to be a guarantee. But Jim sneaking in with the win. Long-time watcher, viewer here from the Jersey Shore. I don't think he's actually from the Jersey Shore, but we'll just say he is. And we're going to write that down. Congratulations, Jim. Exclamation mark rigged. Exclamation mark refund. But you know what that means. We do have, just in time for the marble race. That's right, Jay. We do have our next race, which is coming up right now. So hop on in there. Congratulations, Jim. This is now the subscriber marble race. So as long as you're either Twitch Prime or Tier 1 or 2 or 3 sub, we'll leave this open for you folks. Swap back over. How's it going, Jay? How you doing? Okay. So we're going to take a quick little break here. We got that marble race open. I'm going to go grab a drink. My voice is absolutely, I'm starting to lose it quick. I don't know, you could hear it's getting raspier. So we're going to come back. We're going to tie another fly or two, and then we are going to do our subscriber race and see who's going to be winning the other flies for the month. This was for the month of September, by the way, even though it's October right now, but the wind's been terrible. Yeah, the fishing's been kind of terrible, unfortunately. But Why didn't it allow that? You wrote bish. Bish. It really didn't like your yeah, at permit the term son of a bish. Yeah, please. It really censored bish with an exclamation mark. So I permitted the term son of a bish. No. You got to win fair and square. Get wrecked. Okay? Even Twitch knows what's up. They're like, mm-mm-mm. But, yeah, well, hopefully some Albies show up. Apparently, AC Fishing was heading out. He's going on a tuna boat. He's been, like, working on a tuna boat or something. He said he saw Albies in 100 foot of water, so I let Jeff know. There's been Albies up on the North Shore, out deep out in, like, fleet of boats. Apparently, that's been a real, you know, S show or whatever, just chaos. So I don't know. We've been just sticking back to the back bays, waiting to hear for some Albies showing up. But we've been hitting some bluefish and fluke on the peanut bunker and stuff. I'm hoping for some bass or something. We had that one fish that we like snagged right on the top of the head. It was hitting the fly, but nice fish. But so probably keep doing some back bay stuff, and I'm hoping that the Albies come in shore, you know. But AI is the downfall of society. Yeah, it'll be interesting. That's for sure. It will. Have you seen some of the? I forgot the name of the one program, but have you seen like you could type in like Harry Potter music video? There's that one guy who does like redneck Harry Potter music video or something on YouTube, and the AI generating videos and stuff like that. And it is absolutely, it's pretty crazy. Like there are times where you see they have like 6 fingers and stuff. You know what I mean? And it's clear like it's you know, it's definitely not right, but it's wild. It is absolutely wild. And I think like, and we've talked about this before, the what is it, like the white noise theory or whatever, or something like that, where it's all just AI interacting with each other, like AI content and AI comments and this and that and whatever. It's like the future of the internet, essentially. It's just going to be flooded with just non-stop nonsense and just, you know, junk, and you won't know who's what or who's real or whatever. But yeah, it's crazy. Like those sorts of videos, like I think you're going to see a lot more like on YouTube and just in general media. It's just going to be like AI is going to be doing like, you know, people are just going to be typing in boom AI movie or something, this, that. Will Smith rides a donkey into space and fights Shaquille O'Neal on Godzilla, and it'll like make a whole movie, and you could just slap stuff out like that on the internet. And you know, why do you gotta like imagine you gotta learn how to program and like you know, like learn how to, what do you call it, do After Effects and like, you know, filming and stuff. You know, so it's pretty interesting. I watch a lot of stuff on you know, just I guess philosophical questions about technology and AI and stuff. It's definitely wild. But at the same time, man, it's like part of me wants to be playing with that stuff as like a DM and stuff. You know, as somebody who like is running a game in Savage Worlds, I would love to type in like one of my characters and see just like a video of them, like, you know, one of their player characters or something. I'm sure you could do really cool stuff with it, but I'm also scared to do stuff like that because then it's like, you know, you don't want to rely on that. But how's it going, Haley? You just got into fly fishing recently? Very cool. What sort of fly fishing you doing? Freshwater, saltwater? But yeah, it's interesting. AI fly patterns. You could see like imagery of AI patterns. I'm sure you could probably type it in and they could do it. But you know, it's just going to be what it is a lot of that is like, a lot of it is what it is it's just stealing other people's stuff from the internet and just melding it together, whether it's video or imagery. That's one of the big issues about it. So it'd probably just be taking images of flies and just like mixing it together. So it wouldn't be anything crazy. It'd just be, you know, I don't think that's a threat, but luckily they can't tie flies. Freshwater, very cool. Would you get, a 3-weight, a 5-weight? What sort of freshwater fishing are we talking? Okay. let's see. I will be back in just a moment here. We like to take a little break here after about an hour, hour and a half of tying. I'm going to stretch. Stretch break, as we call it. So now's a good chance. If you've been hanging out for a little bit, stand up, just stretch the back a little bit. And I'm going to grab a drink, and we're going to tie some more flies when we get back. So, not yet? What do you mean not yet? Oh, you haven't seen some of the AI stuff yet or whatever? It's pretty crazy. Definitely is. All right. Let me throw on this Albie highlight. I'll be back in just one moment. And if you have any questions about anything or whatever, we're going to be tying some more bulkheads. But if you hang around, we'll be chit-chatting. So I'll be back in one moment, all right? Oh, AI tying flies? Yeah, no. It could probably make a video, though. Or you could have it give you an image of a fly pattern. And it could probably come up with something, but it would literally just be like taking a photo, or like it would take like a stream video of my stream and like combine it with something else, and like it just blends the picture in a certain way, you know? I don't think it would be like, you'd be like, holy cow, I just came up with a whole new, the wing diggler, 3000 nymph, and it's like you could just type in and have it come up with fly patterns for you. But yeah, it could definitely do some stuff. It's pretty crazy. Anyways, we'll be back in a second. Don't ask me what that name was, too. Every time I try and come up with these random, I just think of the crazy freshwater names, the nipple twister, or the, all these dumb names that we come up with, like the classic Kelly Dungeon flies or something, Oh, God. Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. Stay tight, all right? Yeah, keep it tight. Yeah, dude. Yeah, he did. Knuckle buster. Are you good? Do you need me to do anything?
Yeah, I might need a ride. Yes.
Okay. Hold on, I'm gonna turn now.
I'm gonna try and get on the valve.
Yeah, get on the valve. All right, you're doing good. Keep doing your thing. I'm gonna move us away.
Is that a little one?
No, that's a nice one.
Oh, let's go!
Come here, hold it next to your alley. Good job.
That's sick.
All right. Nice.
Let's go! Albie slap!
Good job, dude.
Yee.
Looking down the barrel of a 12 gauge little toonie, bro. On the Albie door, too. Oh my god, dude! What the fuck? Woohoo! Oh my god! Yep. Oh my god! I gotta turn the boat so I can cast. Okay, we're back. Hey, Mikey Fred, how you doing, man? I hope you're doing well. It's good to see you. Yeah, no, this isn't from this year, this Albie stuff. This is from back in the day. Yeah, the Albie fishing has not been this good, unfortunately, but it has been up in, like, Massachusetts, but there's some up in the Sound, apparently, but there's, like, a million boats out in deep, deep water. There hasn't been really anything on the South Shore, though, unfortunately. Apparently there was some 100 foot of water today somebody saw or something, but I don't know. We'll see. Maybe we'll go. We need someone to come inshore is the issue, but okay. By the way, we got our subscriber race up. ! Play. Hop in there. Okay. Let's whip up another bulkhead here. Yeah, unfortunately, my voice is like struggling today. I don't know why. Make some tea after this. All right. So, I'm trying to think colors wise because I do have, we tied some black. Well, I'm trying to think what I have in the fly box, you know? What colors I don't have. We just tied up chartreuse. I'm liking the grayish color that we use for that like mullet sort of mullet-esque. What's a color that I don't have in the fly box? We did a black, purple sort of one for nighttime. I have the all white. I'm trying to think what's a color that I want in the box. Oh, I don't have any with olive. Let's tie one with olive. We'll do like white and some colors. That's one I don't have, is a olive colored bucktail deceiver or like bulkhead. If anyone is new, whether you're watching here on Twitch or YouTube, or on Twitch, Discord, if you want to hop in the Discord. But if you're watching on YouTube, you can check down below in the description. There's a link to our Discord. If you have any questions about fly fishing, fly tying, what to get, you want to share any photos, feel free to hop on in there. People are always sharing all sorts of cool fly fishing and fly tying related stuff. We love to see it. I'll go ahead and slap one of these on here. We'll just do a singular flat wing. Feeling kind of artistic. Blue, white, and black. Okay, I'll throw some of those in there. I'll throw a little bit of blue and black in there, but I don't have any olive. It's one of my favorite. I used to tie an all This is one of these hard things to say. Like I have a hard time pronunciating certain things. Olive. It's partially because my dad's Turkish. Like he used to say a bunch of things all in a very particular way. He screwed me up. All olive fly. Deceiver. I used to fish back in the day, and it used to do really good. I don't know what it was, just all olive. So that's the sort of thing. If you say those two words too many times in a row, you start like questioning your sanity. Yeah. Do you ever get that where there's like certain words where you'll say them in a row, you're like, that just sounds so weird now that you've said it. You know what I mean? All olive. I feel like I'm gonna forget how to speak if I say that too many times. Hunting some sea round browns. Okay, nice. Very cool. All right. All olive. Oh, look at that. I have a brand new olive bucktail. Perfect. I do want to add white and stuff. I mean, we're going to be using white here, but go ahead and get that in there. Get that out of the packaging. Trying to think. Yeah, maybe we'll go a little pink early and then kind of cover it up. I usually every weekend I run a game of Savage Worlds, which is kind of like Dungeons and Dragons, that sort of game on Sundays. But my buddy's going to a game shop to play some Warhammer and stuff. So there's a good chance Sunday we'll probably go like fishing or something. I'll probably do a fishing stream on Sunday. I've been really kind of getting, last week we went a bunch. We were going like every day almost. I have a bunch of work to do, so I'm just getting a bunch of flies done, so I can get some casherola, and then we'll probably go fishing at some point. So I was just finishing up some flies today. Once I get done with the stream tonight, I'm gonna glue up all those surf candies. I have some more stuff to do, but we'll probably do a little fishing at some point. So I've been getting the urge to go back. I'm gonna throw a little white on top of this. But what have you been up to, Mikey Fred? What have you been doing, man? You been doing any fishing yourself? You going out to Montauk or something? Starting to see a lot of signs of activity in the bays. Tons of peanut bunker starting to move out. We had so many peanut bunker at my spot down by my house. And unfortunately, I think they got harassed out of there. They finally moved out or something. But man, it was like heaven. Every day there'd be like millions of peanut bunker in that creek, and the bluefish and bass and the fluke, man. The fluke were going crazy on these things. It was so cool. We're getting a really good back bay fluke bite way back in the bay. I've never had that before on a peanut bunker. Almost like a fluke blitz, It was so cool to see. But not many bass. Other than that, it's just been like bluefish and stuff. I'm kind of waiting for some serious bass action here. Some stripers. I'm just going super simple on this fly. Nothing too crazy. Using all my junk bucktail. Do one more kind of light regular collar, and then I'll start doing some bulkhead ties. And if you haven't, by the way, check out the new, after the stream here, check out on Li Flies Mike YouTube the new tying tutorial, the Easy Body Candy. So it is up now. Go get the algorithm flowing on that thing. I can now call myself a professional YouTuber. I make about $3 or $4 off a new fly tying video, off ad revenue. But hey, we're doing it. So speaking of which, I gotta come up with what's the next video or two gonna be. Wish you had an easy body. Yeah, that's what they all say. Right? Isn't that what they all say? Grass is always greener on the other side, Jin. Don't forget. All right. Now we can start, I think, using some gray here. This bucktail isn't the longest. I think we're going to actually do a little blend for the first one here. Man, my throat is like, I don't know what's going on. Hopefully I'm not getting sick. I don't know how I'd get sick. I literally don't go anywhere. You know what I mean? All right. Take a little bit of white there, and we'll blend that with some olive. Kind of get our own little color blend going on here. Take a little bit of olive with that. And this is going to be a bulkhead tie, so we're going to start tying it in with the tag ends here and then folding that back and doing the whole kit and caboodle. That's a fun word to say. I say it a lot, too. The other thing I say, editing fly tying videos, whenever I'm doing anything with resin, what's a word that you'll always hear me, or like a phrase you always hear me say? Something to do with UV resin. If you've watched the channel here, you know what it is. Maybe you'll get it. But it's something I say almost every single time when I'm working with UV resin. And it's during a stage of the resin tying. This is a little fun fact. We'll see if your LI Flies mic trivia is really good for all you long-time viewers. Let's see if you got it or not. I'm working with resin at some point in the resin stage. I say a couple words. And I literally say it every time because I was editing it today, and it's just every time I edit the videos now, I like pick up things, Checking chat here too. Yeah, the folks on the tube are just lurking. They're lurking. Nothing wrong with that. Somebody's probably making like a pastrami sandwich right now. There's somebody doing some laundry. Somebody's looking for their dirty white bucktails. Somebody's looking for their dirty white bucktail album, the country song. They're like, oh, that was a good album. I should go actually dig that out. Might even have it on 8-track or something. Scooteroo? What? Is that what I say? You're not sponsored by Solarez? That's a good one. I should say that more. I honestly don't say that enough, Jay. I should say that more, actually. Yeah, they're probably getting a lot of Solarez sales now that I think of it. They're not cutting me in on the commission here. You know what I mean? I'm over here tying candy so I can pay my car insurance. Nobody got it. I'll give you. It's a weird one. It's like, how about this? I'll make it more. I'll give you another hint. It's when I'm specifically going. I'm like using the thin resin after a couple coats. And I'm like doing the last coat, and I'm working with thin resin. And I always say it. It's something and something is what I always say. And every time it's funny because I edit it and I'm just like, you never hear anyone really. It's like I probably say that more than most people. I'm using thin resin. Well, maybe there's a little gap somewhere or something. Let's see if you pick it up. Because I say it all. I probably every time I use UV resin, I say it. It's not a common thing. You don't hear people saying it a lot. It's not the most uncommon thing. It's not like kitten and caboodle. The whole kit and caboodle. That's what brought up this whole conversation. I said kit and caboodle. And it's just a fun word to say, you know? You're like down at the kit and caboodle corral or something. You have no idea. Nooks and crannies. I say it every single... You could probably go back in every single fly tying video that has surf candy in it. Probably even deceivers. And if you listen to me every time I'm tying stuff with UV resin, I'm filling in, I say, oh, now we're going to go with the thin. Fill in any gaps. We'll go any nooks and crannies. I say it every single time. And it's just a weird nooks and crannies. It's just like a weird words. You know what I mean? It's a thing, you know, for any little hidden spaces that have gaps and things. Something you would say in like if you were going to like an old like haunted house and you were like looking for a treasure map to get into the next area, you know? And you're like, look in the nooks and crannies for the treasure map. Nooks and crannies in your English muffin. Yeah, that's really, I think that's where it was originated for English muffin terminology. But, yep, none of you got it. You could have won $1 million too, but, you know, I would have got $1 million as well. But I guess we're all still broke, so. Nooks and crannies. You're trying to get spawned. Is that an English muffin thing? Is that really all the little nooks and crannies for your butter? Some like old English woman. Is that really English muffin has that? Am I gonna get like copy striked? Is what I'm starting to worry. Should I start like going back and just taking the sound completely out of my fly tying videos? Just out of pure fright. Copy strikes from the English Muffin Company. You have been using that. I'm not. I was gonna try and do a British accent, but it already came out bad. But let's see if I can do it. Excuse me, sir. I can't even do it. I'm just gonna keep laughing. I've essentially just picture me skit, stereotypical British accent guy. English Muffin Company owner coming at me hard. You were close. Yeah. Hey everyone, I'm Mike Fly Pliers. What? Mike Fly Pliers? Are you like Markiplier? Is that what you're saying? I've never even watched Markiplier or anything. There was a time where I was watching PewDiePie. Definitely not like, I wasn't even a kid. I was like, it was like 3-4 years ago or 5 years ago. I was watching PewDiePie. But he had a certain, like, he was doing all sorts of content, but yeah. You got me there. No, it was nooks and crannies. I'll try and think of one, we'll do another LI Flies Mike trivia question next, FFG night, Friday Fly giveaway, so you guys can start what I recommend is going to my YouTube channel and putting on the LI Flies Mike tutorial playlist when you're at work, with the sound on, obviously, and no ad blocker, and you'll start getting it. What you got to do is get one of those AI machine learning programs and have it watch me. You know what I mean? While you're at work, and then it can give you a report. You know, and it'll say, oh, you know, nooks and crannies or something, and it'll tell you. Nooks and crannies originated in the 14th century in Middle English. And Scott, when I said Middle English for a second, I thought of like literally Lord of the Rings, like Middle Earth. I don't know why. Makes sense. It refers to right angle corner and began to be used to describe intensive searching, such as I looked in every nook and cranny. That's a terrible description, though. Well, I guess it is. But you could throw something in the end like a treasure map, you know, like I did. I feel like that helps. But in the U.S., an extremely familiar household phrase in regard to the marketing campaign related to the Thomas English muffin. Wait, are English muffins American and not English? I almost just threw the whole country of England under the bus. I was going to blame them. I don't even think they're involved in the situation. Wow. Look at that. We learn something new every day. Give it up. Round of applause for Thomas English Muffin. Is that his full name, by the way? Thomas English Muffin? That's his middle name's English, right? Do questions about fly tying or fly fishing history. Something to think on. Yes. Like, what was Mike Ross's first pair of socks? Something like that, right? What color were they? Yeah, I got you. Okay, I'll think about it. Just common knowledge fly fishing questions. Yeah, that you guys should know by now. All right. Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. I love bulkheads. I've been having a lot of fun with these. These are good. White? You don't know. You're gonna have to find out. Maybe they're, like the cool socks you'll see girls wearing, where they have like little skeletons on them or something. Like I don't think. Like, come to think of it, why am I not wearing cool socks with like Pikachus on them or something? All my socks suck. Titanium white. Now we're getting closer. Sejin, you forgot. You just did white. Titanium white. Copyrighted. Trademarked. Not mine, but. All right. That being said, my throat is a disaster right now. So let's go ahead and see who's going to be winning some flies here. We got Jim, my man Jim. Again, we've already determined Jersey Shore. Definitely not, but I'm just going to keep saying it anyway. I'm just fucking with you. The correct hour is always Tom Rosenbauer. Okay. High tops with stripes at the top. I don't want to give it away, but now I got to find a new question. You know what I mean? My rapper name. Yeah. Well, you guys don't know my rapper name. I have a cousin named Little Peacock who is a rapper who I banished to the Shadow Realm, but you've never actually heard my real rapper name because I don't rap. You know what I mean? It's Little Peacock was the rapper, but that's a good one. I need to think, what is my rapper name? Yeah, I don't know. No, Little Peacock's not my rapper name. Little Peacock is a real person that I banished to the Shadow Realm in Yu-Gi-Oh! In a guitar battle here on the channel. A couple Halloweens ago, you saw it. Which, by the way, I don't think we'll ever... like, I wish, that was something else. I put a lot of energy into that. I don't know if you'll ever see something like that again here on the channel, but that was something else. All right. Exclamation mark play. Hop on in there. Oh, by the way, you didn't even see, but hop on in there. Exclamation mark play. Peak. Oh, what if you just say it like, Peak La Flies, Mike, or you just kind of combined it or rearrange it? Old Jersey Jim. Old Jersey Jim. Yeah, there you go. I like it. Best video ever. We're gonna be playing it again on for a Halloween fly. We'll probably do a Halloween fly tying stream. I don't think I'm gonna be carving pumpkins, or you're not gonna see a 3-month-long process music video that I made this year, but we'll tie some flies and hang out and drink some White Claws or something. Yeah, sure. I was, I'm not even going to lie. I was tempted on, I know you guys are like, Mike and his RPG stuff. We did, I think it was last year? No, because I was working last year, right? The year before we did a D&D, solo D&D thing. What I was thinking is, what if I ran for Halloween a horror one-shot for chat for you guys and gals? Interactive, you tell me, and it's like you're off fly fishing in a cabin somewhere, right? And you're not getting picked up for a week. You're up in Alaska. And all of a sudden, some weird things, so maybe you start hearing some sticks getting thrown up against the cabin at night or something. I was thinking about it. I was like, what if we run a one-shot where you're like on a fly fishing trip and something, like some monsters out in the woods, and you guys are, and I'm DMing it for you. And I'm like, all right, what do you want to do? And I pick someone in chat, and it's like, you take the turn or something. Mystery Fly Fishing Theater 6000. There you go. I mean, that's what we should call it. Montauk Mike. I don't live in Montauk, though. That would be sick. If I was in Montauk, there's probably a dude called Montauk Mike, and he lives behind the 7-Eleven in Montauk. You know what I mean? I would have to, like, fight him for that name or something in, like, a boxing ring. But yeah, I was thinking about that for Halloween, but I don't know. We'll probably just end up tying flies. But that could be, there's something there. Because I just did a horror one-shot for one of our friends. Her birthday was last Friday. That's why we're having our FFG night here tonight, is because I did a horror one-shot for them where they went to like a summer camp, and they were like camp counselors, and there was a vampire and werewolf there that was essentially brought them there to like hunt them, and they had to like try and survive. So I was like, oh, I could do something like a very simple RPG system where it's essentially like homebrew, and it's like, yeah, maybe you guys are up in Alaska or something. Oh, dude, it was sick. They loved it. I pretty much stole the entire thing from Robert Hartley here on Twitch. You could check him out as well, or on YouTube. He's the GM or the dungeon master for a channel called Viva La Dirt League, which is a massive channel that has done millions of like video game skits and stuff, like really high quality like skits about, either video games or pop culture or whatever. You've probably seen their stuff, Viva La Dirt League. They've been around for a long time, but they have a D&D channel. And he's the guy that runs it. He's the dungeon master or the GM. And I love his style. He's so good. And he came up with his own horror system. So there's 6 stats, and you have 300 points, you put it in, and it's a D100. So you roll... if you have a 70 in fighting, you're trying to roll a 70 or lower to succeed in what you're trying to do. And you could use fighting as physical. That could be for trying to land a 10-pound brown trout. You know what I mean? But, yeah, it was great. They loved it. I had a great time. I'm pretty good at that sort of stuff. Like, I definitely enjoy running a role-playing game, because it's, like, right up my alley. It's, like, almost like improv, to a certain degree. And I like riffing, and it's definitely like my sort of thing. Even as a player, I usually try and get pretty involved and like, whatnot. But I'm not like, oh, yes, hello, my name is Coot Jenkins. And I'm not always like doing a voice and roll, like that. But I like to definitely, it's almost like acting. You almost get to like act and stuff. And even though you suck at that, it's fun. A D&D fly fishing trip, I'm so in. All right, well, think about it. Maybe I'll do it. We have till the 31st. I think it's a Thursday. So, yeah, we could do it. We'll see. Yeah, it might be more interesting than just watching me tie some flies. So, yeah. Fries and droppers. There you go. Dries and droppers. I like fries and droppers. Yeah. You got to change out the French fry every couple casts, but damn, I missed it. Now hop on in there, Supra. Get on in there. Subscriber race. You missed the follower one, but missed the whole stream. That's all right. That's what the VOD's there for. My voice is... I would keep streaming for a bit longer, but my voice is like dying. I don't know if it's because we haven't streamed for a little bit or something, but woo. God. But hop on in there. ! Play. But how you doing, Supra? What have you been up to, man? ! Play. Play, playa. Something dumb like that. How you been, dude? I hope everything's been good. Yeah, hot tea. Hot tea, a big end. One day I gotta meet you, Doc. You know that? We gotta drink a Guinness. I don't know why. I was like picturing you. I'm sure you do not talk like that either, but I was just picturing like my friend that we went shark fishing with, PJ. His mother's Irish and stuff, and it's just I grew up with like listening to her Irish accent. It always cracks me up. And just her yelling at him in essentially Irish. 50. No, that was I could do a good Irish. I could do a terrible stereotypical Irish accent. classic, but my throat is just, it can't do it right now. Super busy with kids and homework. Nice. Sounds like you got a lot on your hands then, for sure. I appreciate you tuning in. Hive sounds good, though. Hive? Okay. You're talking like Tyranid Hive Mind? Homecoming. Yes. All right. Let's crank this baby up. Let's get this puppy going. Let's get the sucker started, shall we? First marble in the pit. Let's take a look. What do we got here? Oh, we got, I can't even like, dude, this is like, it's almost hurting my eyes. It's so neon, this track. It's crazy. This is like a, what was that movie with, oh God, Robin Williams, where's Flubber, I think it was, or something? It's like that color of green. Girls are growing up, starting to go to football games and shit. Okay, gotcha. Man, yeah. I'm happy I don't have kids. I could barely take care of myself. You know what I mean? Well, good on you, Supra. All right, let's get this marble race going. Good luck. First marble in the pit. This is a redemption for Southern Fly Guy. He could taste it. The win last time. And Jim's there to just for fun. Maybe throw one of you guys off the track. Maybe some aggravated assault or something. Oh, look at Choke and Stroke, dude. Choke and Stroke is off the bat. Taking the apex angle. He's on racing line right now. Let's see if he can keep it up. Are these pegs or are these... I don't even know what that is. We just got some like teardropped channelers or what I'm going to call them. They kind of move you guys around. Oh, here we go. Here we got some pegs. Oh, this is a small track. This is a quick one. Choke and Stroke. You're going to... He might take the win here. We'll see if he doesn't get pegged. As long as he doesn't get pegged or slowed up, he might win. I didn't realize this track. We hit random, folks. You know how it goes here on the Ally Flies Mike FFG night. And Choke and Stroke just making his way into the victory. Congratulations, Choke and Stroke. Give it up. This was a small track. I didn't realize Choke and Stroke figured out the racing line. He's been playing a lot of Assetto Corsa. And you know what? This is what happens when you trash talk your streamers in Twitch. You know, he called me a bish. That's right. I'm going to say it one more time. He called me a bish. I know. I didn't want to say it. He said it, not me. Okay? That's right. So, congratulations, Choke and Stroke, you bish. I'm going to need your shipping address. And, see? This is why, you know, this is why you get creative with your insults and you win flies. Son of a bish. It's actually, you could spell it like that, but if you do B-I-S, H, that is, we've allowed both of them. We've told the Twitch robot, these are now certified terminology. It's really just a term of endearment. You know what I mean? Yeah, no pegs. You didn't get pegged. Congratulations. That's generally one of the ways you win the marble races. Don't get pegged mid-race. We always say it. People get distracted. You know what I mean? And they just get pegged right in the middle of the race. And next thing you know, they're gone. See ya. So, congratulations, Choke and Stroke. Give it up. Round of applause. We got some flies going to both East Coasters, by the way. We got some East Coasters. That's right. East Coasters. When you say it like that, you guys sound, it's like, you know, you do a good job making sure you don't get any liquids on the table or something, you know? But congratulations, Choke and Stroke. Send me that address, my friend. Jim, I got yours. Unless it changed, you let me know. Mofo Bish. Wow, it didn't like that. Biatch. Or Biatch. Yep, we're going to allow that. I like that. That's for misogyny. Nope. That's a dish. A Greek dish. A biatch. It's actually a fish. And then we got Mofo Bish, which is actually That's what I used to call my buddy. What do you call it? That's what we used to do. If there's this Roland at the skate park, and he used to do this back melon grab. We call it the mofo bish. But yeah, nice. All right, we're getting all sorts of terms added here to the Twitch chat. Nice. Yeah, it really doesn't like some of your guys' phrases, huh? That's right. Very nice. Cool. I'm glad we finally learned some things here tonight. Bish. That's right. Bish, please. Bish, please. All right. I think I am going to go make some food and all that. It literally isn't allowing it. Now you guys are now you're throwing dollar signs in there, and it's still blocking it. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't like Bish. Maybe it's starting to turn on Bish. I think the Twitch robot that controls our chat is like, you guys had it and it liked Bish. Now it doesn't like Bish anymore. I think you guys have been abusing it. So I don't know. We're gonna leave it up to the robot from now on. But anyways, appreciate it. Thank you so much, chat, for hanging out. Okay, choke and stroke. Cool. Gotcha. You know, I'm so jaded. I am so jaded from streaming. I'd say, okay, choke and stroke. Your name's Choke and Stroke. And it's just so funny. You know what I mean? Like, okay, choke and stroke. Sounds good, man. It was good seeing you again. Choke and stroke. All right. Hey, 69 Comer. Yo, thanks for stopping by again. Yep, appreciate it. And Bish. Yep, we'll see you, Bish. You know what I mean? It's weird. I like it. It's a weird thing. I like it. Anyways, yeah. You guys have an awesome night. I'm going to go hang out. My voice is shot for the night. You folks take it easy. You keep it real, Bish. And we'll see you guys, all right? Yeah, later, Bishes. That's right. But thank you again. You guys have an awesome night. Jim, Choke and Stroke, I got your guys' stuff. You're going to be flipping out, or you're going to be getting sent out here soon. We got Joe F., Brew, Jim, and Choke and Stroke now. You guys are and then I got to go to the post office for Doc and Banana for the international stuff, so because that's a whole nother game. But I'll see you guys. You take it easy. Have an awesome night, and we'll see you Bishes later, right?